Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, people? This is your boy, Benjamin Chef Rico Rodriguez, coming at you. I have several social media platforms, so I'm recording on two different phones, actually three to be exact, but anyway. All right. I hope everyone had a good holiday, a good Thanksgiving break, um, and all that. The announcement that I've been wanting to make to you ladies is I am no longer working for upper crust. I don't want to say management because they suck, but upper crust, whatever. Anyway, um, last week Thursday, okay, um, Sebastian came to me and said he wanted to smoke. He went into the cooler. He went and got an apple. He made his little bowl out of the apple, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, and I had my little vaping pen. Okay. The vaping pen, which is legal. You can buy it from any gas station. You can buy it from any corner, anywhere. Anyway, so we go to the dumpster. Sebastian smokes his little bit of weed out of the apple. And of course, I hit my pen. I wasn't in uniform. Shut up, Cosmo. Sorry, that's my dog. I wasn't in uniform. And in fact, I was on my break. We went to the dumpster. He smoked out of the apple. I smoked out of my pen. Then when I came outside, Tony, one of the managers, walked up behind us. He smelled the weed. I don't know what Sebastian told them, but I'm the one that ended up losing my job. What he did was illegal. Totally illegal. As a matter of fact, let me see if I'll show you something. I got my marijuana card. Okay. Bam, bam. Marijuana card. So anyway, they fired me for vaping, but they didn't fire him for smoking marijuana on property. So, when HR, Human Resources, they called me, based on the questions that they asked me, Sebastian told them that I was the one that was smoking. Mr. Carl Johnson yelled, screamed, unprofessional, and made it seem like it was all my fault. Let me see, you got Tony, Dan, Carl, and Sebastian, and then you got me. Because by the time I got to Human Resources, they already made up their mind that they were going to fire me, but they just had to go through the proper channels or the proper steps or the proper whatever. Okay? So, yeah. So that's where that is. There's more to it. If you want to know more, hit me up on my comments, and I'll be happy to tell you more about it. But that's all I'm going to say about that, really. I won't deny the fact that I did cry for a day or two, actually, because I kept thinking about the smiling faces that I would see, while I'm cooking and, working for Gamma Phi Beta and Alpha Phi for the few months that I have. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I love the ladies. They're awesome. All of them. All of them. I wish I could remember everyone's name. I will call them out. Uh, so with that being said, I had to rationalize the money when I got paid. So I didn't have a Thanksgiving because I had bills to pay. Um, I don't qualify for food stamps, which I don't understand. Um, After child support took out their $850, that left me just enough to pay my rent. And being that this is the end of the month, I went ahead and took care of next month's rent. Done. Um, I ate, wow. I think I ate a bowl of spaghettis. But please know that I am thankful for that. I am thankful. I am thankful for being able to cook for the ladies at UF. I'm glad and able to meet the young ladies that I met. They made a positive impact in my life. They made me look forward to going to work, serving the girls, making them laugh, giggle, whatever, you know. But I want to say this, ladies, for the ones that know me, you know I never deny that I smoke weed. I won't deny it. But I don't break the law. I don't break rules. I don't break nothing. But yet, I've been accused of breaking rules and policies and stuff like that. When I worked at Gamma Phi Beta, Eddie, piece of shit, Eddie, kept accusing me of trying to sabotage him, you know, all the way up until the point where one night we were serving garlic bread, or ciabatta bread, actually. We were slicing it like garlic bread. And we didn't have enough. So we ended up running out of bread. And he used me as a scapegoat, saying that it's my fault. So Gamma Phi Beta, or should I say, upper crust management, decided to remove me from Gamma Phi Beta for several reasons. One, Carl Johnson was saying that the house mom from Gamma Phi Beta didn't want me there, doesn't want me there. Come to find out, a lot of the girls from Gamma Phi Beta was complaining about me, so he says. So that was their reason for moving me from there. The very first house, gosh, I'm not good with names. The very first house, they removed me because they said I was too loud. How do you fire someone for being loud? That doesn't make sense. But anyways, the way I look at it, they was intimidated by my personality, my nature. You know what I mean? I do what I do. I work. You know? Here's an example on how much I love my job. For the ladies at Gamma Phi Beta, you are aware of this. I got hit by a car on a Saturday. It was a Gators game, actually. I was on Williston Road, Waldo Road, whatever. It starts with a W. Anyway, a car made an illegal right turn. No signal, no nothing, and just hit me. You see this? This is the wounds still healing from me getting hit by a car. So the very next day, I go to work at Gamma Phi Beta because I love what I do, and the girls, I feel like the girls needed someone to feed them. I didn't feel confident enough for Eddie to do a good job, and anyone else for that matter. But nonetheless, I'm here to tell you one of the reasons why Eddie and I bumped heads, because he took a lot of shortcuts when it came to making food. That's all I'm going to say about that. Sebastian's 20 times worse. So, anyways, when I ended up at Alpha Phi, the food sucked. The ratings were down. They were getting ready to fire Sebastian. Literally, they were fixing to fire him. Okay. I got there. The food quality went up. The ratings went up. Everything was getting better. Everything. So I asked Mr. Carl Johnson just to see what he was going to say. I said, hey, let me ask you something. If I'm an assistant or if I'm just a line cook, how come I'm doing all the cooking? Isn't the chef supposed to be doing the cooking too? And he goes, no, wait. And then I asked him, I said, can you clearly say that I made a big impact in changing the way the food was made here at Alpha Phi? Like, I'm not saying that I was the sole reason why the food was getting good, but at least give me my props. So they denied me a pay raise. They denied me a position raise. Tell me I had to wait 3 more months. And before the 3 more months is out, they end up firing me from Alpha Phi. I know Sebastian's still working there. But I tell you what, if he doesn't show up on Monday, that's because they saw this video and they're going to move him to another house. So that way nobody will know. So anyways, again, that's where that is. Now I want to make the announcement to punk ass Carl Johnson, Dan, and Tony, and Sebastian. At any given time, you pieces of crap want to challenge me to a cook-off. And when I beat you, because I will, I want you to resign from Upper Crust. And if you beat me, which I know you're not, but if you do, I will never show my face around UF campus again. Period. That's how confident I know I'm going to beat you. Any one of you. Anybody from Upper Crust Management, bring it. Any of the chefs, bring it. I promise you on my mama. You ever heard that phrase? The good one that got away? Well, you're listening to him. I know I'm not perfect. I never said I was perfect. I never portrayed to be perfect, but I love what I fucking do. I love what I do. Now here's the icing on the cake. Today's my birthday. Today I turned 56 years old. Today marks 44 years as a chef. To the ladies at Alpha Phi, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to cry right now about it. But anyways, I'm sorry. No birthday cake. I'm not bringing it to you on Monday so you guys can wish me happy birthday, whatever the case may be. Okay. Yeah, no birthday cake. Now, for the brighter side of things. I plan on opening my own catering business again. So, to Alpha Phi, to Gamma Phi Beta, Alpha Epsilon Phi, and Pi, I think. I don't know. The both Jewish sororities, the girls and the boys. I worked at both of them. And in fact, I still got that video I have of them during Rush Week a couple of years back that I recorded. This is during COVID. But anyways, with that being said, I can tell more and share more that I know you ladies would be disappointed in Upper Crust. I know that for a fact. I will say this. More than 80% of the time, they want to get you stuff that are already made. They don't want to make stuff from scratch. Because they don't know how to do it. They don't know how. One time, Sebastian supposedly had made Alfredo sauce. And not only did he mess that Alfredo sauce up, He still tried to serve it to the ladies. And I can't remember if he did serve it or not, but I know Miss Debbie tried to stop him or said something to him about it. And he served what he thought was Alfredo sauce. Now, Sebastian has his ways and his methods. Not one method, not one way do I agree with. Not one. Not one. Mr. Carl Johnson, same person, same way. Never cleans up after himself. Not one time. Same thing for Dan. Same thing for Tony. I would have to come behind them and clean up if they worked at our station or in our house. I clean up behind Sebastian. Literally. And I mentioned it to management. Why do I have to keep cleaning up behind a grown man? He's the head chef. Why doesn't he act like it? Why doesn't he cook like it? Why? There's been many a time Sebastian and I would get into it because he kept accusing me of trying to sabotage him and take his position. It got to the point where management actually believed him. So guess what? Here I am. No job. Primarily because of the weed situation. But that's not the only reason. But guess what though? I'm going to bring all of my fan base with me. I want you to follow me through my journey because I'm going to bounce back without upper crust. And in fact, a lot of the food that I'm going to be making, I know for a fact upper crust can't make it. So if you want me to cook for you at any given time, where I can even come in on the weekends and bring food to you ladies, of course in to-go containers, or whether it's gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, vegetarian, don't even matter. In the future, I will let you know once I get settled. Be quiet, please. Come on. Hold on, y'all. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come here. Come here. Hey, y'all. Look at my boy, God. Cosmo. Cosmo, say hi to the people. Say hey. Hey. But anyways, with that being said, please, no one be a stranger. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I really need you to share this video to let people know how Upper Crust be treating its employees when they don't do what the management claims they want them to do or don't do, however the case may be. It's all about politics. I'm not going to play the race card. Politics. Period. Now, for Upper Crust management and the personal staff, HR, y'all can come after me if you want. I'm ready for you. I'm ready. Because now I don't work for you. So I can say what the fuck I want. When I want, how I want. And guess what? I'm going to try to make sure y'all lose your business because I cook way better than all of y'all. Just remember I said it. Nice and clearly and close to the camera. I'm good at what I do. And that's cooking. I love to cook. Working in the kitchen is my safe haven. My safe haven. I don't do it just for the money. I don't. I do it because I fucking love to cook. These girls pay whatever amount of money. Oh, wait, let me rephrase that. I seen a video of a young lady saying she pays over $46,000 a year. A year. I believe it's a year or a month. I don't know. Anyway, $46,000. You would think that the school would have a winning record, whether it's the basketball or the football team. And you know what? She's right. How many students does UF have? And how many students are paying $46,000 or more a year? You would think they would have better athletic programs. You would think that upper crust would do better making better food the way they want to, not the way you want to. Remember me saying this, and I'll be surprised if they do it. Ladies, at Alpha Feed, you guys put it on the suggestion board that you want a medium rare steak. Let's see how long it takes for you to get it. And trust me, they can afford it. They just don't want to because they're more concerned about profits. They're more concerned about profits more than the quality of the food to serve you ladies. This is to the parents, to the ladies that I met personally. I assured you and I gave you my word that your daughters would eat good, healthy food. Now that I'm not there, I don't know, because there's nothing I can do. They're going to eat what they give them. Put it that way. Plain and simple. I used to get yelled at when the girls wanted dessert. I would make a dessert. Eddie would yell at me for doing that. Now, grant you, Sebastian is an extension of Eddie because Eddie trained Sebastian. Eddie was the one who suggested Alpha Feed to Sebastian and to the upper crust management. Guess what? Where's Eddie at now? And then now, where am I? But Eddie and Sebastian both accused me of wanting to sabotage their careers and want me to go after their job when I didn't want their job. I wanted my own. I wanted my own position. And it seems as though I was more dedicated to the position, more loyal to the job than Eddie and Sebastian, Carl, Tony, and Dan ever was. Never missed a day. And in fact, I was on the verge of getting evicted when I explained it to Tony and I explained it to Carl. So they gave me a choice. Either work the rest of my shift, or if I leave, I would have lost my job. So guess what I did? I stayed. And it just so happens I was on the phone with the management at the rental office where I worked at, and it worked out anyways. But ever since then, that made me lose the respect to Upper Crust and his management team because they don't give a fuck about their employees at all. They don't. Human resources, Chabu, please. They don't. But anyways, enough of that. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me. Because now you're going to see how quick it's going to be for me to bounce back and get to the status I was working for Alpha Phi and Gamma Phi Beta. And I'll say it one more time. If you ladies have a function, private, whatever, you know, hit me up. You have all my social medias. Some of you girls have, no, you don't. None of them. But if you want to know more or anything more, by all means, I can assure you, my price will be definitely more reasonable than Upper Crust when it comes to serving a party. I myself can cook for up to 500 people. I myself can do that because I've done it 3 times. Working between Alpha Phi and Gamma Phi Beta. So there it is. Again, excuse my language, my profanity. Got frustrated, upset, irritated, whatever. Because now they're trying to label me as the bad apple. But guess what? This bad apple can talk back and tell the truth. Keep in mind, Sebastian, Carl, Tony, and Dan. And me. Does that look even? Does it? So, no birthday cake, no birthday dinner, no nothing. But I'm blessed. I have a roof over my head, and I'm good. But then again, ladies, again, I'm sorry for disappointing you, letting you down. There's no excuse. I'm not the type to think of one or give one because I don't have one. Well, it's about time. Now you want to be quiet. He's quiet now. But again, I'm going to sing it to myself. It might seem corny, but at least it's sung. So here we go. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. There it is. Imaginary birthday cake. All right, guys. Oh, yeah. Which reminds me. Alpha Fee. I gave you my word. I was going to try to do it before the Christmas break, but it seems as though I won't be able to do it. I will have it done when you guys come back from Christmas break. Okay? You come back from Christmas break, Alpha Phi will have a surprise for the entire sorority. Something you can use while you're in the break room, watching TV, sitting on the couch, whatever. All right? Again, like, comment, share, subscribe. Pass the word around. Let these people know how Upper Crust is treating their employees. And also, like I said, I am going to be posting food that I'm going to be making. I plan on I want to open up a food truck. I'm working on that. But I do have a facility where it would enable me to cook and cater to any want and need of the sorority sisters or fraternity brothers. Although it's two different men and women, they eat two different styles of food. Either way, I can make both, no matter what, from scratch, not frozen bought, not pre-made, none of that. From my cookies to my cakes to my sauces. Especially buying pre-made empanadas. But yet, these girls and their parents pay to have food made from scratch. How about that? Anyways, I'm down to have a cook-off. I'm down to have a bake-off. Whenever you guys are ready, I'll be here, waiting. So with that being said, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my birthday in my bed. As you can see, it's made. I don't want you to see my bed dirty or whatever, messy. But nonetheless, guys, I'm sorry. I miss you guys. I do, literally. Girls at the Gamma Phi Beta, I miss you guys too. On that note, I spoke to my attorney from Dan Newland, and they're in negotiations with my settlement from getting hit by the car. When I do get my settlement, there's going to be a heck of a celebration. Ladies. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to sign off. Again, I'm sorry for letting you ladies down. For me, money's going to be tight for a while until I can get me another job, which shouldn't be hard. But when you think about it, this is the holiday season. Not too many jobs are hiring during the holiday season. So I guess I'm going to have to wait to the beginning of the year. But I'm going to still apply. One thing I won't do, Carl, Tony, Dan, is give up. I don't fold. And you know what the most interesting part? They fired me for vaping, but yet Carl Johnson can vape in the fucking storage room. The storage room. He vapes in the kitchen, around food. But yet he still worked there. Anyways, I'm done. I just had to express that. It took me all this time. It took me over a week to get it right. Because when I say something, I don't want it to be out of frustration. I didn't want it to be out of anger. I didn't want it to be out of any animosity or whatever. I express myself based on being disappointed. Continuously being falsely accused of doing things from the beginning. That's why they moved me to 3 different houses. 3. But yet when I got to Alpha Phi, they weren't expecting the ladies to love me as much as they did. They wasn't expecting for Miss Debbie to love me the way she did, unless that's a lie. But I don't want to say that. Because many times management will lie about the house moms to the employees to try to make themselves right. That's not professional. That's pettiness. Grown-ass men acting very childish and petty. Trying to push it off on the girls in the house mom, when in reality, you the fucking idiots that don't want certain people there because they're doing better than you. Unbelievable. Peace, love. Ladies, have a good holiday season, good holiday break, and all of that. If you want to know anything of me and about me, you know how to hit me up on my social media, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. All right? Peace.